I have a 3-point top cover here off of this 1486. The complaint was that after a short amount of time, the 3-point arms would settle. So we're going to replace some seals and make it so it doesn't do that no more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that snap ring off, pull that arm off. I believe this here is for the draft. I'm going to take that spring off, take that snap ring off. I'm going to take off that unloading valve, get that out of the way. Once that is removed, then I can access my mounting bolts. There's one here, and 2 underneath here that I have to get to. So what is happening with this tractor is that's a cylinder there. Inside you have a piston. And what's happening is the seal on the piston is letting oil pass through. Okay, so I got my one arm there disconnected. Okay, just like that. As I'm trying to get that off of there, that there is very long. So I'm going to pull this snap ring off, drop it, pick it up. And that should give me a little bit of clearance, like so. I'm not going to take that one all the way out. We're just trying to sure. Draft lever is tight. There we go. Gonna leave all of that just like that for now. Now we're going to get that piston out of there. Yeah, she shouldn't be coming out that easy. There she is. I'm gonna take our lube tube off. Yeah, you could take these apart about 100 different ways, and that's not exaggerating. So you got an O-ring and a backup washer right there. Let's see what our cylinder looks like. Cylinder looks good. Now we'll just be replacing that right there with something else. All right, I'm gonna clean up and regroup here. Alrighty, here we have our action control valve. And there is a lock washer that goes on first, and then this bracket goes on, which looks a little backwards, but it is not. That's how they all are. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 O-rings there. Clean that up a little bit. So I believe these seals have to come from Case IH. These three that I'm putting in, the number is 387926 R2. Give them a little bit of grease. And they're beveled on one end. Gonna put the beveled end out. Flat part in the groove. Then we got this bigger one, and that number is 388591 R1. Gonna do the same there. Now we're just gonna put her back on. As simple gets. They're all good. I don't think there's any torque specs on these. Where did my lock washer go? Shoot. Right there. Put that on like so. It goes like this. And we'll get them right about to 40 foot-pounds. Yep. Put that back together, if possible. There we go. Finally, she's in. And that's all we do there. help her up. All right, that's nice and clean. Yep, now it is. Okay, we got the seal here that goes on the piston from Case IH. Part number 229322A1. I think it's also 230318A1. One of those numbers. So here it is. Yep. Take your old deal off here. I have a hunch that I got the wrong O-rings for this project. Might have some here somewhere though. Alrighty, got this here ready to put it back in. Got my 2 Teflon O-rings there. Yeah. Now just kind of figure out where everything goes here. Alrighty. Okay. Snap ring that goes there. One snap ring that goes up there. Gonna put my mounting bolts in. Right, Sid. Right, Sid. Get a little bit of assistance here. She started. That one started. I'm just going to snug them lightly. Ouch. All right, she's mounted in there, ready to go. I'm gonna put my valve back on top. So I got new O-rings here. That's all clean. Not exactly sure what these numbers are. I know they're Duro 90s. Ooh. Get that hanging there like so. Not gonna tighten them yet. Gonna flip her back though. And I'll bring it around over to here. And yep, we're over here now. Got one linkage back in here. Don't have it routed directly. So I'm going to slide my valve back. Take a peek. I'd tell you what I'm doing, but I don't really know. Can't get my freaking hand in there. There we go. There it is. Okay. Got that arm on. Gonna install my snap ring, or my clip. Got her in. Now it's time to get this heathen on. Try to bring it up here. There. You don't want that son of a gun to slip on you. Okay. Got this clip. Wrong one. Got this clip. Okay. Now my spring. Seemed to work to take it off. Oh yeah. There she be. And then this clip goes in that pin. Voila. And we got this. We'll reuse this guy. Good deal. All right. Everything should be good to go. I'm gonna take a look at my O-rings. Just want to make sure they're still where they are supposed to be, and they are. Put this one back in. All right. looks like our gasket's very good. Just like so. Ready for install. So right here is a list of O-rings I used. Yep. So that top number there, 1970904C1, I used 5 of those. 3 went between the actuator and the cylinder, and 2 went in between the cylinder and the housing. And then I used 388591R1. I'm pretty sure that went in between the valve and the cylinder. That's a bigger Teflon O-ring. And then I put in 2 O-rings on top of the valve, but usually I don't do that. Those numbers are something. And that's the part number I use for the piston, 230318A1. So there you go. All right, just put new seals in the cover. Slowly cleaning out the housing here. It's pretty nasty. It's a missing piece there. No longer missing. Here's what I have to show for today's efforts. Just a can of shit. Yep, there's that. We scored a new differential and ring gear, but not really. What else? Not sure yet. Supposedly a ring gear and pinion is getting delivered ASAP. Might be here next week. Alright, ready to put the 3-point cover on. Got our gasket, got our seal. That's very important. That comes from the pump down here. Gets shooted up through that hole. Gets plumbed up to the priority valve up there. And from the priority valve it gets directed to the remotes. Or through the cover down into here. And yeah, we're ready to put her on. That's all part of our draft. That's our sensing arm, and that senses needed draft, and that closes or opens your 3-point valve. That's my understanding of it anyway. Because that is connected to your main control, 3-point control, that there, which is connected to the valve. And then this draft, that's your draft linkage there, connected to your lever. When you put that in the desired position, this arm here is either gonna open the valve or close the valve. So I think we're ready to go here. make sure that arm is on the back side of that arm. So I think we're good.